Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. We got a couple big sweeps. Are the Phillies back? One mopping, and it's gonna. It's gonna be made. Let's do it, Trev. Let's talk ball. Oh, shoot. Shane Baz.
Elston Howard. MVP 1963.
Get it out of the seats. Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball, presented by Fanatics Markets, where fans trade on sports. Fanatics Markets available now on the app stores. I'm Jake Storielli. That is Trevor Plouffe. Rob Scirocco on the 1s, 2s, and 3s today. Dalt just cooking in the sheet constantly as we try to get you guys as much baseball info as we can possibly give you with some, some life tidbits, a couple silly things in between. That's kind of the show, Trev. How are you?
I'm doing great. You're doing great. I told you, or tell the people who you look like today.
I threw on the denim jacket. It was a tweener weather day, and you gave me a Vinny Chase, which that's high end for me.
That's pretty good.
A lot of times I'm bringing turtle energy, if we're being honest.
You are Queens Boulevard.
I am. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Had a nice little golf sesh with Jared Weaver. We were reminiscing about days of old. I pumped him a few times. He also no-hit a team I played for. So, a little tit for tat, but it was good. He's a special person.
Give all of us baseball losers one either name that came up that you guys laughed about, or a baseball situation or something.
Juan Uribe came up, of course.
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet. Okay.
Like he does in every baseball.
It was one of those rounds of golf. Okay. Okay. You and the weave, huh?
It was fun. He's a Simi guy. So he's still a bro.
Nice.
And I grew up in Castaic, which is a lot of bros. So we share that vibe together.
Oh, what's up, Jer?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Nice, dude. Well, that'll be the golf talk this episode. Because it's Friday, which means we start with the National League, which Trev didn't know as of a couple minutes ago.
I don't think that's what we do.
I think it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
We've done it for a year plus now.
Okay.
Every Friday has been the NL, besides last week with Jolly.
Oh.
That's why I think.
And was I was burning.
You were doing it.
It's anxious. I'll tell you who's not. The Phillies. Let's get into it. The Phillies hosted my Giants, and it was bad news for them because they lose game one. Baby Jesus Lizard on the mound shuts them out. 7-0 win under new manager Donnie Baseball. And then little rain out, which means we're playing too. And the Phillies walk them off in both games, 3-2 to 6-5. Schwarber's stick starting to come around. He had a bunch of big at-bats. Alec Boehm, Bryson Stott, guys that need to contributed in those rallies. The Phillies get a sweep, and a lot of people are talking about them. If you like a sweeping, then you're going to love a mop. And the St. Louis Dirty Birds take it to the Pittsburgh Pirates. 4 games, 4 wins for the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm going to be talking about them a lot this episode because you need to know what J.J. Weatherholt is doing. You need to know what Big Alec Burleson is doing. And let's take him to church, Coach Trev. Nathan Church. That's the one you want? All right, I thought so. Because they're all over the field, including Jordan Walker as well. The Cardinals, check out where they are in the standings, by the way. Holy smokes. Pittsburgh mopped at home, including the final day of Skeens game. Where? Padres hosted the Cubbies, and the Cubbies take 2 out of 3. The Padres won the first one, a 9-7 game. Castellanos with a couple RBIs. Mason Miller's run streak ends on a controversial call. Didn't love that. And Padre fans didn't love the rest of the series as the Cubbies, Dansby, Horner, and PCA may be finding his power stroke. That would be interesting as he homers in the final 2 games. Matt Shaw having had a very nice first month. There you go. Cubs take 2 out of 3 from San Diego. NLCS preview, or maybe that was happening in LA as the Marlins take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. That's right, people. The Dodgers, they take game 1, 5-4, Yamamoto versus Paddock, but then Jansen drops his junk all over them for the 2-1 win, and then a 3-2. How about it? Liam Hicks. Go check out some of his stats, Coach Trev, if you like walks and strikeouts, or ratio, I should say. Dalton Rushing is appearing in more clips every day I wake up. Hey, Marlins get a great series win. Good for them. The Nationals take 2 out of 3 from the New York Mets. 8-0 win. Clay Holmes is dominant. Soto's got that backspin home run swing going. Problem was, he hit one of those towards James Wood, and James Wood reached into the upper deck to grab it. One of the crazier robberies you'll ever see. And how about a little Brady House, Cade Cavalli, Curtis Mead 4-hit day. And the Nats come back. C.J. Abrams in that final game to win the series and keep the Mets losing ways going. Brutal. A team that doesn't really know about losing ways yet, it's the Atlanta Braves. Matt Olson, how's your walk-off 2-run homer in that middle game? Detroit ends up salvaging the series at the end there. But man, these Braves continue to go. They don't lose. They don't lose series, which is a really good way to play baseball. Brewers take 2 out of 3 from the Diamondbacks. They win the bread games. They roll them 13-2 in that first game. The merry-go-round was going. William Contreras, Tyler Black, Jake Bauers, absolutely. Snakes, bite back, if you will. Nolan Arenado. Okay, Nolan, we're keeping an eye on you. And obviously, Ildemaro Vargas, 25-game hits. What is baseball? Brewers win the set. William Contreras, 4-hit day. And your final series, the Cincinnati Reds take 2 out of 3 from the Colorado Rockies, winning the final game of the set. Nathaniel Lowe, till the lawn? It's not the lawn, man. Andrew Abbott gets his first win of the season. Ellie De La Cruz, still that guy, pal. And I'll say one last thing. Nice crowd for a day game in Cincinnati. And that's what happened in the National League.
Oh my gosh, you look like Vinny Chase.
Oh.
You sound like Vin Scully. I mean, what are we doing here? The timing, impeccable.
Vin Scully? I don't have that impression. Do you have the standings?
It's time for Dodger. Okay. I do have the stand. That's I was a bad Vin Scully impersonation.
Sorry,
Vince. You just read the NL, right? I'm pretty sure I listened to that. Let's start out east. The Braves deserve so much love. It's Peter Moylan's world. We're just living in it. The Atlanta Braves, 22-10. Talk about them, Peter. Pre and post it up. The only team above 500 in the NL East. I can't call it the Beast anymore. Miami, 15-16. Washington, 15-17. And just like we all thought, Phillies and Mets at the bottom of the division, 12-19 for the Phillies, but they're on their way back. And the Mets, as you mentioned, lost another series, 10-21 for them. And then the Central, kind of the opposite of the NL East. Every single team 500 or better. Cincinnati at the top of the division, 20-11. We throw the ball. By the way, I'm watching a show about early settlers, and I just can't get Nathaniel Lowe out of my mind when I'm watching it. So that's your fault. Chicago Cubs, 19-12. St. Louis Cardinals, 18-13. Milwaukee, just cruising, lying in the freaking weeds, dude. 16-14 for them. And the Pirates, who just got mopped, 16-16. And then out west, two teams dominating. The Dodgers, 20-11, although they get the business from the Marlins. Padres, 19-11. Arizona, 16-14. Colorado, 14-18. And the Giants, with the third worst record in the or the National League, at least, 13-18 for them. Those are the standings in the National League.
Well done, Trevor Plouffe. Today's episode is sponsored by Shady Rays. Shady Rays are built for real sports fans. So when you're at the game, you don't have to squint through the sun to track the fly ball, maybe see the scoreboard or the ump blowing that last out call. Their lightweight frames are amazing. They don't slip off whether you're at the ballpark, the golf course, or watching the game outside on the patio. And their lost and broken protection. If you lose or break them, even right after you get them, Shady Rays is going to replace them. No drama, no stress, no replacement guilt, just a new pair headed your ways. And good news, I have 2 pairs of Shady Rays on right now. Not both on my eyes. One eyes, one chest. ShadyRays.com, code Talkin50, 50% off 2 or more polarized sunglasses. That's Talkin50, 50% off 2 or more polarized sunglasses at ShadyRays.com. Well done. I think we start out with your guy Shelfie's Phils. Obviously, took some of the headlines this week. I think a lot of us were eyeing the Mets and potentially Mendoza and making a change. They make the Rob Thompson move. And, dude, you want to talk about being a man. Rob Thompson taking the presser after, being like, I owe the media one last conversation about it, and takes a lot of responsibility while also being like, these guys are better than that. And then Kyle Schwarber, basically the other side, being a man and being like, because we played bad, that guy lost his job. And they came out, and I don't know if you believe in baseball oddities. I think their first game after they fired Girardi and hired Thompson, they won 7-0, and then they walked off the next game. First game's under Don Mattingly, win 7-0, walk off the next game. I don't know. It's a little off the deep end. I think the bigger thing is they won 3 games. They sweep, I think, a decent Giants team, although the standings tell you slightly different. And they had some guys ball out in this series.
The Giants are a decent team. I think that's a great way to describe them. They're a decent team. There's more Giants talk coming, people. Don't you worry about it. This one is about the Phillies. And look, it is early in the season. They've gotten off to a horrible start, but a couple things happened here that they need to have happen to get back on track. Number one, most important, Jake, win games.
Yes. Right. I was honestly going to say first series win since April 5th.
You got to win, dude. And you gotta
win.
You got to find ways to win. You got to dig deep. You got Crawford, you see here, beating out the infield single to win the game. You got to have stuff like that going on. You got to have your big boys at the top of the order hit. Second game of the doubleheader, Turner and Schwarber open the game up with homers. That's nice. Alec Boehm has to do something. He makes a nice defensive play to save a run in the 10th, then he walks him off with a sac fly. Beautiful. Nice try, Logan Gilbert. Everyone was so, the internet was so impressed with Logan Gilbert, letting that ball
Drew
drop.
Gilbert.
Drew.
You're all right.
Well, you know who I was talking about.
I knew. I was getting choked up talking about it.
I know. You didn't. Usually when I say that, you do this. You didn't. I should have known. The internet was a little too rambunctious about that.
I'm with
play.
you, dude. I saw how viral that was going. I was like, I don't know.
And then there's people like, why didn't he just hit the ball up to himself? It's like, no, it's also not illegal. The rule.
Yeah.
Here's the big thing, though. They got to pitch, man. And Luzardo needs to be the guy that they brought him in to be, and he did that in game 1. So a lot of things have to happen with the Phillies, but this is obviously a very nice start for the rest of the year. Can we put the Rob Thompson 2026 era behind us? I don't know, man. It's a great start for the Phillies. I hope it continues, and I think it will. I think at the end of the year we're going to be talking about the Phillies in playoff contention. I do.
Yeah, it's one of those, there's still a lot of baseball to be played. And when you see kind of how bad it was, the Phillies just not winning series for basically a month, that's a bad game plan. And Rob Thompson, that wasn't the game plan, but it's just what happened. And yeah, it was cool. We filmed, I shouldn't be teasing this because I don't think it's going to be out for a while. We're a new Jam baseball video where we're reliving some big moments. And we ended up in some of the World Series moments last year, which was just insane. I know we lived it, and you can think of, the Andy Pajes catch, all these little things that in those moments, everything that got highlighted is every player's skill and ability across the board. Alejandro Kirk has the final ground into double play that you're like, that's his one weakness. The guy's a freak show at everything else baseball-wise. I know, right?
I forgot about that. Nice play by Mookie.
Great play by Mookie. That the Phillies in this series, seeing Crawford have the walk-off hit, which he gets via speed. It doesn't leave the infield, but he's a Crawford, so he can run pretty damn good. What's his name? The Phillies second Stott. Jesus. Stott gets a triple, which again highlighting. I know Phillies fans have a weird relationship with Bryson Stott right now because I don't think he's got to where they thought he would be. But him getting to third on that allows him to score either. So it's just I don't know. Seeing these Phillies players and their abilities highlighted in this series, obviously Schwarber. I think you're going to talk a little Turner coming up. But yeah, like that's a double to the corner for a lot of players, but he gets 3 bags on that. So we'll find out if the Phillies are back, obviously undefeated in the Don Mattingly era. And we're going to be keeping track of those stats. And for our Giants, I know we like them, but the offense has to go. And the 2 guys you can point at, Willy Adames and Rafael Devers, who are 2 streaky hitters. OPS is in the 5s. You can't, that's not the recipe.
A lot of, talk about the no send there in the 10th. Elliot Ramos hits one up the middle. I think it was off of Bryson Stott's glove, and I don't have the third base coach's name off the top of my head, but he ends up holding Drew Gilbert at third base, first and third, nobody out, but they don't end up scoring. He should have easily scored on it. I don't know if we got that play up at all, Bob, if we can get it, but that's a big one. And if you're a scuffling team like the Giants, like you got to take those chances. You got to take your chances to get up. I understand first and third, no outs, and you got Chapman coming up and Luis Ariz. I get the thought process, but Rob's got the video here, and you tell me, Coach. I mean, you got to send this guy right here.
Looks like we've got our guy Hector Borg as the Giants' third base coach.
I mean, what are we doing?
What are
we doing there?
That's tough.
That changes the game. I
don't even know if
Chapman
that draws a throw.
Swinging, and then Bo makes the great play on the Luis Ariz line drive. So there was nice Phillies defense there, to hold them, but that's a send.
That's tough. Yeah.
What's that angle?
Tough angle.
Right there? He's fast, though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's assuming that Stott is fielding it, and it's one of those maybe plays where he can throw behind you and get you. But either way, I don't know. He actually turns pretty well for someone running in a straight line. Yeah, sorry for that, Giants fans. We have a little faith, but you kind of ran into the Phillies at the absolute worst time to run into the Phillies.
Or the best time and then didn't do it.
No, dude, you want them to keep Rob Thompson for 3 more games. Because
it was a nepotism hire.
It was a nepo hire. Did I mention that Chase Shugart won both games the first time in a doubleheader since your guy?
You didn't, but that's awesome.
First time since your guy?
Ryan Dunsing.
Ryan Dunsing. Wow.
The lefty.
Talk about a fantasy baseball free agent pickup. You don't know anything about that. You know the human being. Anyways, the NL Central basically has a perfect April. Every team 500 or better. The only team that's walking away kind of sad out of April is the Pirates, who get mopped by the St. Louis Cardinals 4 games in Pittsburgh. Yeah. In Pittsburgh. I'll say this. I was oddly watching too many of these games because, unfortunately, via doing this as a career now, I was the non-Pirates guy this offseason via our company. And I found myself rooting for the Cardinals just because their coaches were nice for me. Not that I necessarily believed in what they built this offseason, that I was really locked on this series. The Pirates were fighting late, and it looked like they were going to have a few of these. And they were, I don't know, maybe 10 temperature degrees from getting one of these games, but Nathan Church just snagging it over the short fence. I don't know, man. These Cardinals are a lot of fun.
They are a lot of fun. We talked about like the position player group here who, going into the season, you didn't really know what you were going to have. You knew you had like Weatherholt, what's going to happen, in his debut. You got some guys that have shown some things over the first couple years of their career, but it's like, here's the reins, go see what we got. And by and large, like almost all of them are performing at probably like much better than anybody in St. Louis anticipated. So you have this like fun group who can play defense. And then if you get any sort of kind of starting pitching or the back end of the bullpen can hold up, there's our guy O'Brien who's stoked on it. He's had a great year. There's some recipes for wins here because there's like a nice balance of power. There's speed. I do think if you're talking about how these Cardinals are going to stay and win games, you have to talk about the defense that they play. So they've made it very, very interesting. And now I think a lot of people. So for instance, I said the Phillies are going to come back and make it into the dance, or at least in the conversation to get into the playoffs. But that would mean that someone from the Central like isn't going to do it. I'm thinking we're getting 3 teams from the Central. I mean, how could you not? How could you not have 3 teams from the Central in right now? Which would mean the Phillies would have to win the East. Am I doing that wrong? Or would they? No, there's one extra spot.
There's one extra spot, but yeah, I like this, Trev.
You start thinking about what we have in the Central, and these are good teams. And I'm going to include the Cardinals here, who like can certainly be in the hunt for a wild card spot, if not the division title. I mean, it's crazy for me to say that right now. I know it sounds crazy to me saying it out loud. It sounds crazy to me saying it out, but you know what I'm saying. This division's very, very good. And like, the Pirates, like you said, they could have won a few of these games. Like they're going to be a problem. Some of their starting pitching has gone awry over the last couple of weeks, which you expect that to kind of be their strong suit. So I think that'll come back into play. But you got to be buying on the NL Central, what you're seeing here.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd go there. Yeah, it's a fun game to play because
now this is what I forgot. I'm sorry to cut you off.
That's fine.
One of the NL West teams is going to get
that's the expectation. I mean, the Padres have been fantastic. The Dodgers are the surest thing we've ever seen in the sport. That yes, if you start adding Central teams, it starts getting tight.
Yes, that's where I was going. I knew there wasn't an opening. I forgot about the Padres, what they're doing out there. But man, these guys are so much fun to watch.
Hey, and we've got a little over a month closed on the season. The Diamondbacks are 16-14. The Marlins are pesky. We've still got a lot to sort out. Some of that's going to be via injury. Some of that's going to be via play. But the Cardinals end up with an amazing month, and I'm going to highlight a couple more of their guys later because they need to be highlighted. And after they come back in that first game, I think they scored 30 runs. What was the stat? 30 runs in the final 28 innings of this series. So you don't think of the Cardinals offense, but they've got a lot of guys chipping in there. And the defense does feel different, man, which I know that's weird to say. But, again, it's a lot of young guys just, like, making plays. The Weatherholt snag, Church at the wall. It's a lot of athletes.
Who's winning on and off the field?
Mason Wynn.
Yeah. Weatherholt, kind of a homecoming for him. I like that aspect of it. Doing it in front of his friends and family, mopping the team that I'm assuming he grew up rooting for. That's a cool feeling.
Mopping. Okay. Speaking of, I made my patented joke. Hey, if you're looking for NL playoff vibes, Cubs Padres. I mean, when I was watching some of this series, I was like, ooh, this has October feels to it. These are two very strong teams that have been playing good brands of baseball. Cubbies end up getting the series. I mean, I don't know if you want to start off with the Mason Miller on the line thing because I don't think we're highlighting that later in the episode.
People have told me, and like, look, I don't claim to know every single rule in the rule book. People were telling me that this was actually a fair ball, even though it wasn't touching the line because it was hovering over the line. Did you know that's a fair ball?
I still don't know.
It's clearly on the opposite side. It's on the foul side of the line.
Right.
You can see that there. But they said because the ball wasn't touching it but hovering over the line, that it's a fair ball. Is that true? Like, did I get duped?
In my head, that's a foul ball because it's not on the chalk. Yeah, hey, people love rules that I'm sure our comments on this video are going to have both sides of it. That I don't know. The fact that stuff in front of the bases isn't reviewable is still bizarro land to me. Like I don't really know why we need that. Rob?
According to the rules, if any part of the baseball is hovering directly over or touching the foul line, which is considered fair territory, it is a fair ball.
I guess that's the only scenario where a ball would be hovering over, right?
I don't know, dude.
Or I guess a ground ball over the base is a hover.
Baseball scenarios get weird quick because I guess the concept is if it bounces over the bag, which would be part of the line, we say that's a fair ball. So I kind of get it.
In the fair ball MLB glossary, there's no word hover. So just throwing that out there too.
Okay.
So Mason Miller's streak ends in that inning, and it is kind of funny that a play like that has to happen to do it, and more so the guys in the Cubbies lineup. And I don't know, I guess one of the bigger takeaways for me is PCA. I mentioned back-to-back games with the homer. He didn't get off to a hot start this season, which, just a reminder going back to last year how he was in the NL MVP race for 2/3 of the season with how good he was last year.
I mean, yeah, he drives so much of his value defensively that anytime he does something offensively, like he's gonna rack up WAR no matter what. He's a player that's always going to impact the game no matter what he's doing offensively, and that's why they gave him the contract. But a lot of left on left for him lately, which I think is a good thing. I think we need to have more guys exposed to that. If he gets going, that's a massive upgrade for the Cubs offense, because not only does that mean that he can hit homers, we know that, but him just getting on base and causing havoc, that changes the offense dramatically. So I know Cubs fans, when you have a guy like PCA who's very streaky, you can get frustrated with him, but just remember what he does for you defensively. And then when he does go on the other end of those streaks, when it gets hot, he can also carry a team.
Dude, go. I haven't looked at the Cubs. Okay, so I was going to start with a Moises Ballesteros. Just he one-dotted this month. Like,
yep.
Whoa. Because he's not a guy that we talk about a lot in the Cubs lineup. Dude, a lot of Cubbies had an amazing month. Sea's leaving with a 998 OPS. I know he missed some time. Happer's in the 8s. Breggy and Swanson are both OPS plus, doing pretty well. Horner, we've talked about a lot. Carson Kelly and Miguel Amaya have been one of the best catching duos. That, man, a lot is going right in Cubby land.
A lot is going right for them. They're a team that's, the roster construction is very deep. It's very balanced. We get that defense from them that we talked about with the Cardinals, but I think they have, offensive. I guess the Cardinals have been going offensive. I don't want to say that, but everywhere you look right now, even through the injuries, the Cubs can get you. Starting pitching, back in the bullpen, they'll find ways to get it done. They're a very, very good baseball team. The sad Justin Steele news had a little setback. That was something that I think they were really going to bank on, him coming back and kind of bolstering the rotation, if not, leading it again. So that's some news, but they've been able to, they have the depth to do it. The Edward Cabrera trade looks better and better every single day. Yes. Every single day.
And Padres, this was their first series loss in their last 7 series. I think the first series they lost at home. Maybe that could be wrong. I don't know. It's a long season. You played a good team. Played a good team. Some guys need to get it going for them too. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Like,
Jackson Merrill, here's the stat. Merrill, Tatis, and Manny Machado combined 224 with 7 homers through April. And they're still winning games.
Yeah, that's the spin zone. I felt like I should knock on wood when I said, like, all the Cubbies are playing well, because baseball, it's very hard to sustain that. With the Padres, there is a glass half full conversation where it's like, how does Fernando Tatis not have a home run? What? That's crazy. Freddie Fermin. Okay. Let's see, Trev. In in the rest of the National League, and we'll probably be a little tighter with a lot of this, Chris Rose has a flight to catch, people. I don't know. He's been a tough week for him.
He's banged up. He's playing hurt. I told him, take the day off today. Right? I got you. He's like, I just really love doing the show.
He does. He really does. Shout out Chris Rose. Marlins take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. Here's what I'll say. Jansen Junk thought about him as a standout performer. 6 shutout innings, 3 hits, out-dueling Shohei. And then with these Marlins, I don't know. This is a little more manalytics. How hyped they were to get the series win. That was cool, man. Like, that's it. It meant a little more because it is the Dodgers. And hey, I'll say that on the Dodgers side, it's something that we talk about a lot before the season. How for a lot of teams, when we look at the Dodgers over/under for the year, like, you know, this series meant a lot more to the Marlins. Look at that fist pump at first base than it does to the Dodgers. That's just the facts of it.
But that's just such a massive moment right there. I mean, imagine, you know, first of all, we're going closer by committee because Pete Fairbanks is out. So you got guys that, you know, aren't necessarily in those situations all the time. You walk Ohtani to pitch to Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
You know, pick your poison scenario. And I was talking to Rosie about that play in particular. You know, you got Xavier, I mean, the entire infield, but you got Xavier Edwards there saying, okay, it's bases loaded with 1 out. And Freddie, you know, I don't know what his sprint speed is. It's okay. He's not a burner. I don't think he's super slow. But you have to tell yourself, if the ball is hit to my glove side, this is what I'm doing. If the ball hits my backhand side, this is what I'm doing. If I have to charge the ball, this is what I'm doing. There's so many scenarios in that situation as a middle infielder that you have to run through in your head, and then you just got to react to what happens. I mean, that ground ball right there, was one of those ones you could have done anything with. You could have came home and said, I'm going to just make sure that we get the out at home and keep the game going. Instead, he does exactly what he's supposed to. And Ohtani, people are trying to get out Ohtani before his base running. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. He can't run into a tag right there, so he goes back. But just a heady play. Get the tag, and then to kind of have the wherewithal to find the base there to tag it before Freddie gets there. I don't know. It's just you got to be hyped in that situation, man. You're like you feel like even though you have the lead right there and you got an out at any base, you feel like that's not going to go your way.
Right.
Like that's not a great situation to be in. And all of a sudden it does. And you take 2 or 3. And you know what? They're winning it for freaking their manager, who you know wants to beat the Dodgers. Spent so much time there. And they have not performed well against the Dodgers. And, you know, I think there's a little extra gusto, not only because it's the Dodgers, but for their manager, Clayton McCullough, man. I think that's a big one for him.
I like that. Respect Liam Hicks. Arkansas State, one of K-Max guys from our warehouse games. Trev, how do you like this? He's coming out of April, 315, 365, a 941 OPS, 7 walks, 8 strikeouts. That'll play.
Yes.
That'll play. And all of this overshadows Kyle Tucker, first walk-off with the Dodgers in the first game.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Nice job right there.
Good for you, pal. Sandy, 5th quality start of the season. Estuary Ruiz is on the Marlins. God.
It's the Homer.
Yeah.
Think about that, man. Look who they went up against, the Marlins.
Yeah.
Yamamoto, Ohtani, and Glass now. And you're running out the sheriff in game 1, Chris Paddock.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sandy versus Glass, classic matchup. Junk versus Ohtani, great. But the Paddock versus Yamamoto seems like a mismatch. They did end up losing that game. But I just stoked on the Marlins, man. I feel like every single Marlins game we talk about, it's a 1-run game, dude. Like, I feel like they're always playing close games, and if there's one thing that'll kind of, you know, get you to gel as a team, it is playing in a lot of those 1-run games. So I'm buying some Marlins stock after this series.
They're tough, dude, and what they needed was more. I mean, for years hitting. So if like Liam Hicks is a guy, if you know Stowers,
look up the middle, what those two are doing.
Otto Lopez and Xavier Edwards are They might
If
be.
you combine statistics, middle infield, they have to be leading baseball. I'm trying to think of another offensive duo, shortstop, second base, that's performing better than them.
Yeah, Dansby and Horner, pretty good.
Offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to. I don't have everyone's numbers.
Putting you on the spot. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Remember Chris Rose dunked on you in the midweek? Trev, Nats, Mets. We've talked a lot of Mets, and it's a sad ending, and in a way that it's Mets that I don't feel super like twisting the knife. That maybe the story is these Nats have a little bit of juice, but I don't know. I'm kind of
Nats rake.
Nats rake.
And Clay Holmes is good. Nice job first game. Big inning in them. In the fourth in game one for the Mets. Great job. But then it was kind of all Nats. You talked about James Wood in the home run robbery of Soto there, but he had another ball, like a sinking line drive against Bichette. And like you're talking about James Wood now, if you're playing the kind of defense that he's played this year, plus what you do offensively, we're talking MVP 5 and right? Like
okay.
right? If you're turning on the defense and you're hitting the way he does, that's what I'm feeling from him. But the Nationals are a lot of fun, dude. Playing kind of situational baseball has been really good for them. And then they've just been hitting, man. Don't ever talk negatively about my guy Brady House. He's my new Matt Vierling, I think.
Really?
Maybe not replacing you, Matt.
Right.
You'll hear, but I like watching the guy play. I like watching the guy play ball.
Stay tuned. There is more Matt Vierling coming for those that tune in for that. Trev, the rest of the NL, and if you're people new to the show, it's hard for us to talk about every series. The Braves kind of continuing. Braves and Reds almost get hurt this episode from just continuing to be two of the best teams in baseball.
Well, I mean, first of all, biggest moment of the series. Sorry, Matt Olson. Martin Perez continues to do it, baby.
Yep.
Let's go. 5 scoreless innings in game 1 on Tuesday. What a freaking stud, dude. That's so good.
I'm not saying this. This isn't body shaming. Martin Perez just has an old pitcher's body. Like it's, I don't know.
Garrett Cole has the interview going around.
Okay. Let's have a conversation.
No, I'm not talking about that.
It was a tough shirt for Garrett. Okay.
It is a tough shirt. And you know what, dude? I mean, like we all struggle in that area.
It's a tough area.
It's a tough area.
And yeah, Garrett has a pitcher's body.
Is there a peptide for that I could just take? I don't know.
Yeah.
You have no idea at my age, Jake. That's just all any of the guys talk about.
Peptides?
I'm the only person that I know that's not on peptides.
Okay.
And I'm not going to get on them because this is all natural, baby.
You're the cleanest in the game.
God, just give me my Korean skincare. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Great. Matt Olson with a beautiful swing off of Kenley Jansen, obviously. I mean, that's the mark of an Atlanta Braves team that is just giving teams the business right now. You come back against Kenley Jansen, who has struggled this year a little bit. He's got some blown saves, I understand. It's still Kenley Jansen on the mound. But a beautiful swing right here. I know it's a center cut pitch too, but you go try to hit Kenley Jansen.
Yeah. Man, Matt Olson showing some emotion. Things are great. They haven't lost a series. That's a pretty good feeling.
That's insane.
It's insane. The fact that they're all the way back. Again, one of the bigger stories in baseball. Like we let them go all of last year because of their horrid April, and now they're back in the forefront. Cincinnati beats the Rockies. I mentioned that. Again, snaps to the Cincinnati crowd. Just loved it all series. I don't know. I'm running out.
Okay. We're good, man. Sugano, he's been a story for the Rockies.
Oh, you're going there.
I don't know. Hey, good job. I think we're ready. Brewers beat the crap out of the Diamondbacks.
I know.
213 Johnsons. You got to love that. Cincinnati, we talk about you all the time. Time for the AL. Let's go.
Ildemaro Vargas. What? What is baseball? How does that happen?
He's feeling it.
He's absolutely feeling it. So is William Contreras' 4-hit day. We'll get some of those guys later in the show. We might not, but I'm just trying to get them off our back. Today's episode is sponsored by Amazon. When life throws you a curveball, Amazon's everyday low prices on essentials help you save the day. Amazon has everything you need whenever you need it. From planned purchases to unexpected moments, they've got everything in one place, saving you time and money so you can focus on what matters most. I just bought a little bar table off Amazon. And for us, what matters most is having as much time as possible to catch up on the baseball action. So, tech, clothing, daily needs, anything you need to prepare for this baseball season. Amazon has everything and more all in one convenient place and delivers to you anytime, anywhere. So whether it's routine shopping or handling life's curveballs, shop Amazon and save on essentials. Save the everyday. Let's go to the American League. In the American League, it's the new look Boston Red Sox kid, and they come out feeling rangerous. 5-0 win. Suarez, dominant. 8 innings, 10 Ks, just nastiness. But the rest of the series was Blue Jays. They shut out the Sox. Trey Savage is back, people. Toronto getting healthy. And then they win 8-1 on that final game. Okamoto in the cleanup spot? The fuck was that? Yankees take 2 out of 3 from the Texas Rangers. These Yankees pitch, Coach Trev. Schlittler, Max Fried were dominant. And then ERC, top prospect, gets a look in the final game, but he can't outduel Nate Dogg as he regulates things for the Rangers. Ben Rice is real. Yanks have a nice little road trip. Let's see them in the standings. The White Sox sweep the Halos. Where were you? Golfing with Jared Weaver. They win an 8-7 dramatic game in that first one. Murakami is looking like a guy, Coach. Does he lead baseball in home runs? We'll get that up. Drew Romo have a day at the office. And then they sweep him on that final day. Eric Fettiwap, 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, no walks. They sweep the Halos. Woof. Orioles take 2 out of 3 from the Astros. Adley Rutschman, he's looking like he's here. Grand Salami. Pete Alonso shows up. Jeremiah Jackson, who are you? Because he's been balling out for them. Astros salvage the doubleheader after the rain out. They roll him in that last game. Yordan Alvarez, also still that guy, pal. Tough month for Houston. Not a tough month for the Tampa Bay Rays. They take 2 out of 3 from Chris Rose's guard dogs. Don't say guard ball. I mean, did these scores not 3-2, 1-0, 3-1? Welcome to true Rays versus Guardians baseball. A little 6-game win streak gets snapped as the Guardians win that final game. Gavin Williams dominates, 7.20 earned runs. The Seattle Mariners, interesting spot in the standings as they take 2 out of 3 from Trevor Goof's Twins. Twins won that first game. They put up an 11 spot on the board, but then the Mariners break open the pitcher's duel in game 2. Josh Naylor has been going nuts for about 2 weeks now, and Cole Young might be a guy. Mariners get 2 out of 3. Your final AL series, the A's take 2 out of 3 from the Kansas City Royals. Bobby Witt Jr.'s 3-run homer in that first game, but then it's A's the rest of the way. Sevy with the dominant start. And then Shea Bangalier's Nick Kurtz keeps walking at a historic rate. A's take 2 out of 3. That's what happened in the AL. Ow.
Way to go, dude. I got the standings here. In the AL, we will start out east where your Yanks. You're wearing the hat. It's a pre-curved bill. 20-11 at the top of the division. A game and a half above who?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Rays. Can't wait to talk about that. 18-12 for them. They're the only 2 teams above 500. The Baltimore Orioles sit in third place at 15-16. Toronto, 14-17. And Boston. My goodness. It's disgusting. I have your back so much.
Yeah,
this is what you do to me. 12-19 for them. In the Central, this is so central, baby. 2 teams tied at the top of the division. What are they? 16-16. It's Cleveland and Detroit with my Twins excuse me. The White Sox next, 14-17. My Twins, 14-18.
Jesus.
The Kansas City Royals, 12-19.
What is going on?
Just relax, bro. Relax. They'll be, I don't know. The AL Central will have their time in the sun again, all right? Hey, they've won a World Series more recently than your Yankees.
Great, dude.
That's it. That hurts. I'm sorry. I should have said that. The West. Who's winning the West? The North Sacramento A's.
I gotta get out there.
17-14. Love watching them play. Best aesthetically pleasing matchup we're gonna get all season was the Royals and the A's. 16-16 for the Mariners. 15-16 for the Rangers. 12-20 for the Astros and the Angels. Those are the standings in the American League.
Trev, nobody but Athletics. Do we need to be talking about them more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's back up the truck. They took out the Royals 2 out of 3.
Oh, right now? Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't planning on it, but shout out to them. I genuinely did not know they were on top of the West, as the Mariners are working their way back and Texas had been floating around that. Okay, Athletics. They've
been hitting. I mean, that's what they do. They can rake. I watched a couple of these games actually just late night. Had a chance to win all 3. 1-1 in the 10th. Bobby Witt hits the homer there. Nice little line drive to right center field. So the Royals take that one. At that point, I believe they'd won 4 in a row. So they're kind of like, hey, man, is this the start of our uptick? And then the A's are like, no, man, we're gonna do it. Sevy kind of shoves a little bit. Little WBC Sevy comes in for them. There's the homer by Bobby. But they can swing, man. Lawrence Butler, I don't know if he saw the homer. He leaned back. He leaned back on it so much I had to DM him.
Really?
Easy on this league, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, look at this lean back. Bobby's got it because he's a stud.
Yeah. Oh. That's leaning back. You're not wrong.
Leaning back. It was an absolute bomb. Nick Kurtz is an absolute. So every time I see him come to the plate, he's got his hands all away from his body. He's so tall. It looks like his bat's 40 inches long. And he just crushes the ball, man. It's just what they do. The A's are, if they get any semblance of pitching, which they did this series, the Royals aren't a great offensive team, but if they get any semblance of pitching, like, they win games in those. So, like, I wonder what they are runs per game, and now I'm going to go look it up. But
they're not. The OPS, they're 13th. The runs overall, they're 21st. Runs per game, they might be a little better because they might have played. But yeah, none of their stats are jumping off the page.
That's very surprising to me.
It's interesting because it's felt better than that, especially Carlos Cortez, who was featured all last week on this program. Royals, I don't know. AL Central's still there.
I mean, they got a hit. Vinny P came out briefly, pinch hit the last game. He hasn't been performing, but they obviously need him healthy and kind of doing what they need to do. But yeah, the guys they've all counted on who had good years last year just haven't gone at all. Which, hey, it's April. Those guys get hot. Things totally change for them. And it is the Central where the 2 teams leading it are 500 right now.
And hey, let's rip a Band-Aid on this because we do read the comments. We try to do our best, people. It's a lot of baseball. I don't know how many White Sox series are going to get talked about the rest of the way, and maybe they should. Hey, who knows what's going to happen in the AL Central this year if they can get a little momentum. And they do this week. They sweep Swilly's Halos. Tough. I don't know. The Drew Romo thing was really cool. A grinder MLB guy that comes in, 2 homers, getting the call up.
One from each side, right?
Not bad. Not a bad way to do it, Drew Romo. I don't know. White Sox sweep a series, and that's kind of what I got. Love you.
Couple good pitching performances. Davis Martin beats Jose Soriano. We get a couple homers off him. Yeah. And Colson Montgomery taking him up top. I mean, that goes to show you, like, it's not fluky. He's like the real deal. And I hope we get past, like, the White Sox not being, up to par with some of these other teams, and we kind of lose Colson Montgomery in those, like, shortstop conversations because he deserves to be in those conversations the way he hits the ball. And yeah, Murakami tied for the league lead in homers. Fetty with a really nice start there. 7 innings pitch, as you mentioned, 2 earned runs, so they get the quality start there. They play a fun brand of baseball, man, and they can get going. Like they have a very once the ball starts rolling in their offense, and you got these 3 guys, and with Vargas and Murakami and Montgomery going, they can put teams away, man.
Vargas more walks than strikeouts. Yeah. It's kind of a lot of both, but hey,
lead in my pencil.
Yeah. And yeah, but they're in the, I don't know, what, Davis Martin, Sean Burke, Fetty, and Noah Schultz, all those guys' ERAs are sitting in a decent spot. I don't know.
Adenachi tying the game up so Colson can win it, your boy.
Easy with that, okay? Antonacci. Welcome to the show, people. I guess I'm just bopping coast to coast.
You are bopping around. I'm trying to keep up.
Coach. I know. Let's do Red Sox, Blue Jays. Red Sox, obviously, they were the other hot team. Conversationally, as they fire Cora, they get the win in that first game. 5-0. Ranger Suarez, the big signing. Okay. Yep. Are they going to get the ball rolling? They do not. They get shut out in that second game. Savage is back. Ernie Clement gets his first homer in the season in the last game. Okamoto, impactful in the middle of the lineup. What do you see, Coach?
Blue Jays have to be very excited to start getting some of their players back off the IL. You get Savage. He looks great. Got a big pop there at the stadium. Toronto fans are a lot of fun. He's a stud, man.
He's a stud.
He's an absolute stud. Is it him I think it is. I think he still has more starts in the postseason than he does in the regular season.
Ooh. I'm on it.
God, yeah. I hope I'm right on that one.
Doesn't sound right, but it's cool if it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
4 games started in the regular season, 5 in the postseason, 6 appearances, but 5 games started.
Jesus.
That's like a funny stat to start off.
That's good. It snaps to you. I said if it's real, I like it, and it's real.
Way to go, me.
That's crazy. We watched him for a month.
The whole Brian Bayo thing, I don't know if you saw that. Kind of giving Chad Tracy the business on the mound, shaking his head, not wanting to come out. That's just kind of you could say, well, he's a competitor and he wants to stay in there. It's like, well, dude, that's only if you're doing well.
Right.
You're not pitching well at all throughout the season, not really this game either. And Boston is just trying to win fucking baseball games, bro. Where you're at in the standings, you can't be. You could tell this is he's like, who is this dude taking me out? Where's my manager at? I think that's kind of the gist we got here.
For Bayo, the ERA 9.12. It's a lot easier if you got the 2.45 and you're like, give me one more out. But I don't know. Again, there's going to be a lot of eyes on Boston, and probably the biggest news out of this series, Crochet goes to the IL, which golly, after their first 3-game win streak of the year, that is not what Boston needed.
Okamoto doing it, huh?
Yeah. Oh, weird. Murakami, Okamoto.
When I meet
How do these guys do it?
When I meet with Tom Pohlad and we start talking about the future of the Twins, you know what I'm going to tell him? We need a Japanese ball player.
Yeah. Okamoto's stats aren't that great, but he's been...
as of late?
Yeah. No, he's picked it up. Couple 2 RBI games.
3 homers, 10 runs driven in last 10 games.
Yeah, I'll take him.
Prayer circle. Or gratitude circle.
Gratitude circle, that's right.
I love that. We all need a little bit more gratitude. We all need that.
We do need a little more gratitude. Thanks, everyone.
Is Vladdy leading all of baseball in batting average? Did I see that somewhere?
Interesting. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. check in. 438 on base, 354 batting average. Doesn't lead, but it's very good.
He doesn't lead?
That's not what Baseball Reference is telling me.
I have, Ildemar Vargas, obviously 378, and then Yordan Alvarez, 356. Okay.
I did laugh. Sorry, Houston fans who you actually probably don't want us to talk about your team that much. When Yordan homered, the Astros announcer was like, and that should lock him up as player of the month. And I was like, I don't. I tell you, I realize that's a very cool thing as a player, But as a fan, when your team's not playing well, just be like, oh, Jordan's player of the month, huh? Great.
You feel like you're wasting right now
Yes.
a year of Jordan's prime is what's happening.
Because he is leading in hits, home runs, RBI, batting average, on base, slugging, OPS, everything, total bases.
He is the fucking man, Jake.
He's leading in everything.
Where's he from?
Cuba. Wow.
I want Cubans.
Yeah.
I want Japanese ball players. You want Miami guys.
Hey, Cuba's got to figure it out next WBC. Like, Andy Pajes should have been out there. Jordan should have been out there. Like,
no, I think they're just out, dude. They're just
no. Yohan Moncada played for Cuba.
okay.
Like, they're playing favorites right now. I'm probably not the person that should be talking about
Yeah,
this.
I don't really know.
I might reel it back a little bit.
Dude, I've heard some of those stories of those guys defecting are absolutely crazy.
Right.
How is that a thing? It's 2026.
Dude, I mean, I was watching, I forget what it was. If it was it a documentary about Orlando and Livan Hernandez? But like they were, I forget if Livan came over first. So then they kind of were like holding El Duque ransom. Like, crazy. Okay.
That's insane.
Well, Cuba talk. I guess we mentioned Houston there, and they lost another series to the Orioles. Trev, you highlighted Adley. I think it was earlier this week. He gets the righty grand slam, goes in and out of the glove, which that felt representative of Houston's season so far. What else did you see?
Messiah with some knocks here. Really nice for these birds to kind of get it going here. I think they do have a solid team, and will be there at the end of the season. Nice start by Bassett, which is was needed there. Shane Baz, same thing. Nice start by him. When they get the pitching, Basayo, a couple big swings here. The recipe is there for the Orioles. You mentioned Jeremiah Jackson. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Where are his stats at?
Just he's got an interesting stat line. Like I think he's got like 2 walks on the year, but when he hits the ball, he's driving in runs. So it's productive, but the overall stat line not great.
It's a scary. It's a scary.
Yeah.
What could happen next?
Here's my take on it. I don't know. Like, is that a great predictor for like continued success? Probably not. But just keep driving in runs, big guy. Hit the big homers, and that's fine. We'll take that.
It's been a big boost to their offense this season. Houston kind of keeps just spinning the wrong way. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I think that's a good reminder that checking in with yourself is just as important as anything else you're going on in your life. Some days feel great. Others feel like a lot. Whatever's weighing on you, it's easy to convince yourself you'll figure it out eventually. But carrying that stuff alone isn't the move. Therapy gives you someone genuinely in your corner. No agenda, no judgment, just real support. BetterHelp has over 30,000 fully licensed therapists and an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client reviews. They match you based on your needs, and if it's not the right fit, you can switch anytime. You don't have to be on this journey alone. Find support and have someone with you in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at BetterHelp.com/TalkinBaseball. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TalkinBaseball. Spinning the right way, Seattle back to 500. They're, Naylor getting away from his brutal start against your Twins coach, so I'll let you cook.
Yeah, they took advantage of the Twins bullpen. Twins actually had really good starting pitching from Prelip, who's a guy that just came up, and Joe Ryan and Taj Bradley all had nice starts, but the Twins bullpen they're figuring it out back there. And the Mariners were able to take advantage. Watching that, you're starting to see like the makings of Julio, Naylor, and Raleigh kind of come to life, which is massive, obviously, for Seattle. And the Twins, they're trying to find their way, man. Like I said, like the bullpen, that's the biggest area of concern, but still, like the offense is streaky at best. Buxton is Buxton. He's doing great. He's probably the only really consistent one going right now.
His homer got an audible noise out of me. It looks like a dotted pitcher's pitch inside fastball, and where he meets the ball is just that dude's different, man.
He's special. Like he can manipulate the body in ways that you and I can't, buddy. Put it that way. And
His
wife actually put out an Instagram of that. Relax, of that homer, and I liked what she said. Like basically called him a humble king because he just kind of like put the bat down. Doesn't need the bat flips. I know that's not necessarily cool these days, but I think it's cool.
Give me that one more time, Rob, because this is Logan Gilbert, Drew's brother. Oh, actually, this wasn't. He hits another homer in the series. That's middle in, or maybe did it not happen yet? Either way, Buxton's every Buxton.
He's such a stud, and like just the coolest guy. Anyways, great job, Mariners.
Great job, Mariners. They're back. They were in the.
They're fine, dude.
I know, but
Chris Rose says they're going to win the American League West by at least 7 games.
This is hot take, Chris Rose. A week and a half ago, they were in the bucket of like teams not getting off to a good start, and now they're fine. I think they were the best of the bad.
Yeah, they
now it's gone.
They have a complete roster. We know that. Like, you know, the starting pitching is going to keep them in games. We know the offense is going to get going eventually, and the bullpen's phenomenal as well. So I know Munoz has had a few hiccups, but I also agree with Chris. I don't think that's a hot take. I think they win that division handily.
Right now, yeah, I don't know. Texas always just lives in my head a little rent free, and I got to watch them this week, Trev.
What'd you see, Big Daddy?
I saw their offense kind of struggling, but also, dude, this Yankees pitching. I realize I'm wearing a Yankees hat, partially because it went with the outfit today. I was like, white shirt, jean jacket. Yeah, I'm gonna put
classic outfit, right?
Put on the Yankee hat, walk around town a little bit.
Can I give you this is a big compliment for you?
Okay.
The amount of people I saw in Japan wearing that exact same outfit.
Nice.
A lot.
Fashion forward.
It's the most fashion forward place in the world. It's insane.
And that's pretty much this Yankees Rangers series. No, man. I mean, dude, Fried, like, Max Fried.
You're welcome, by the way.
Dude, I have moments where I get kind of hot that, like, you know, we're so H'd up for Scooble and Skeens because they're amazing. Max Fried's been the best pitcher since 2020. Like, it's kind of open and close. He goes 6 innings shutout. And dude, David Cohn's on the broadcast who, like, David Cohn is one of the best modern pitching meets old school pitching guys out there. And, like, he's just drooling over Max Fried because it's 6 pitches and he's picking guys off at will. Like, it's the defense. He does everything at an A- level, I would say. That sometimes he gets shown up by Scoobles or Skeens because they're doing some A+ stuff, but the whole package is just awesome.
I know one thing he does has an A+.
What's that?
Hold runners.
Hold runners, yes.
Golly, this is what I talk about. Just put this in our book of what we're doing when we run a team. If you're a lefty, you have to have a hang move. You have to be able to do that. Sorry. Oh, I can't pitch right. Well, figure it out, bro. Figure it out because that's exactly what he does. I mean, he's got the leg lift. He can manipulate the speed of it. And then he's just reading you. He's just reading you. And it's not that freaking hard, dude. It's not that freaking hard.
Yeah.
And guess what, guys? If you're a pitcher, do you want the runner on first base or second base?
Oh. Look at you.
Probably first base.
Look at you trying to take over the Twins.
Hard. It's not that hard, dude.
And as I just oozed about Max Fried, Cam Schlittler might be pitching better than him right now. Like that guy.
Yeah, he's nasty.
That guy's currently seems like he's from another planet.
Don't listen to Dan Rourke talk about Cam Schlittler. We get a little weird on the show sometimes here with the guys that we like, but oof.
Hey, his the start to his career goes toe to toe with a lot of guys. Trev, I think the last series that just needs a mention here, 2 division leaders. No, it's not because the Yankees exist. The Rays and the Guardians. It's easy for us to take our jabs, but we got 3 competitive baseball games. Two teams that are we didn't know the Rays were going to be a part of this season. When we did their TPPs, they jumped out a little bit, and it looks like It's coming together. I mean, what's their record now? I know you're the standings guy.
I think it's 18-12.
18-12. That's an incredible start to the season for the Rays.
Well, I mean, this is more of a Rays team than we've seen in quite some time. Because look, I think the calling card of the Rays for a long time was they develop pitching, they figure out guys, they have, all the arm slots in the bullpen. It's a unique look, whatever it is. But we're starting to see which I like from them, the extremes. So on offense, we have the extreme in Junior Caminero, who just swings the bat harder than anyone, 40 homer power, just nuts, right? Then you got a guy like Yanni Diaz, who gets on base almost at an extreme clip. You love that. And then you add in Chandler Simpson, who's extremely fast. And it's they're doing all these things. I think that's, to me, that's Rays baseball. When they're trying to do things a little bit differently.
I like that.
And I don't know, maybe swinging the bat really hard isn't doing anything differently.
Yeah.
But he is the best in the game at that. He swings the bat harder than anybody else. And you got Simpson flying around the bases. They win close games because they have the pitching to be able to keep them in it, and then they have the speed that puts pressure on teams in those games. It's a fun brand of baseball. I really hope it continues, because they do they also at the top of the lineup, you're talking about guys like Yandy Jr. and Aranda. If those guys are all going at the same time, that's a massive first three to get through. So they have the makings of a traditional lineup as well, where okay, they got some bangers here, but then they're doing the other things too. I don't know. It's a more Rays team than we've seen, I think, in a long time.
13-2 against the AL. That's a good formula. And I think the other thing on top of that for the Rays is, and I think I made this joke when we did their team profile and projection, was their pitching staff is a little, I don't know, it doesn't jump off the page, but I think the joke I made was Matz, Martinez, and Rasmussen, when we do these 3-game sets, you could see all those guys go 6 innings shut, and they kind of did. Although Rasmussen gets his first loss in 21 starts, again, do things to the extreme. And that's kind of, I like that for the Rays. There's something that feels like something that you'd find in their clubhouse. That's we're the extreme Rays.
I had something else I was just about to say. Shit.
Sorry, Trev.
Forgot what it was.
Nick Martinez, 7 innings.
Nick Martinez doing it, huh?
Steven Matz.
For instance, in this series, and again, we gotta get through this. But last thing, you're Kevin Cash. You got a rookie making his debut. You get to 2-0 on him, and you walk him to set up the force. They're gonna pinch hit. I just think stuff like that. I don't know. I think a lot of other managers would be screw this rookie. I'm going right after this guy. And Kevin Cash why? Let's get the force out and let's move on. And I don't know. There's that. To me, that's Rays baseball.
That's baseball on the whole. I still feel sorry for Brewers fans. I just love my crew. Let's go to the second half of the show. It starts with Standout Performances.
It's time for Standout Performances. Standout Performances.
Standout Performances.
This guy stood out for Trev.
Say what?
What you got, Coach? You're not double dipping, are you?
I'm double dipping in this one. There's not a lot to it. Not a lot of depth here, Coach. Just the depth of love. My Valentine's is what I'm calling this one. I actually posted on Trey Turner's Instagram, my favorite player, because he still is.
You're hot on the gram, huh, bud?
I love Trey Turner, man. Watching him play ball, when he's playing good, I don't think there's anybody sweeter in the game. It's just smooth. It's silky.
Ooh.
Everything right.
Know how we're always hunting for nicknames? Sweet Trey Turner?
Sweet Trey Turner.
That's good.
Is it? Sweet?
I think so.
I don't know. Dude.
All right.
He's probably shut up.
Let me count
4 for 5
money.
on Tuesday, 2 runs and a run driven in. We talked about the Phillies doing their thing against the Giants. For them to get back in it, obviously Trey Turner has to perform that way. Slow start this year, but he's still got ball in him. And then Matt Vierling, you guys know I just have a weird obsession with this guy. 3 for 5, a double, 2 runs driven in, 2 runs scored, and I believe the only game that the Braves won, or excuse me, the Detroit won over the Braves in that series. So there's my guy. There's my guy.
Little funny chopper runners going back to third
It's
baseman.
just, I don't know. The body type's funny to me. Just everything. And go Matt Vierling, go.
He kind of looks like a knockoff version of you. I think there's part of that connects with you. And Trev, actual baseball wise, hey, positionally, man, he's listed this game as the center fielder, and he
plays everywhere.
He's played all three outfield positions. He can play some infield that Matt Vierling fits in with that kind of Detroit any guy on any given day. These hits are now comical because just tormenting Austin Riley a little bit. I'm happy you get to talk about these two guys because you love those two guys. So
he's a Notre Dame guy. Him and Jimmy Clausen. I love Notre Dame guys.
Javi, shout out Javi.
Javier Sanchez.
Okay, can't.
Who stood out for Jake?
We can't start talking Javi right now. Man, I'm for the Birds, man, and I'm going to Alec Burleson. He has a 2-hit day, 2 doubles, 3 RBI, which I don't know, standout performance-wise, not necessarily what it was built for. Although I do think he's on Fuego. I'll let you read the stats in a little bit. Trev, me and Rob ended up in a little giggle fest over here because part of the reason I want to pick Alec Burleson is he had a hit off Skeens where he just pokes it the other way. And I was like, Rob, get the home broadcast because it's funny. We also listened to the Pirates broadcast, and we'll let it ride because, dude, it is such baseball comedy.
Oh, my goodness. And excuse me, RBI single.
The pitch is served down the left field line. How beautiful is that? Weatherholt will streak around third, and he will score. Burleson has 2 more hits against Skeens.
So, yeah, the Pirates broadcast talking about it like it's such lucky BS hitting, and the Cardinals broadcast
swing right there.
Cardinals broadcast being like, does baseball get any better? What a piece of hitting by Burleson. And that's not his full approach at the plate, but I feel like you and I like highlighting guys that aren't swinging for the home run, just swinging to do damage to the ball. And he's one of those guys. He had an 801 OPS last year. 801 OPS today, and he's part of the reason the Cardinals have had the success they've had this season.
The grizzled vet who's got like 3 years service time, our guy.
Yes. Is he 27? My God.
It feels like he's been around for a while.
That's crazy. I mean, he made his debut in 22 as a 23-year-old. So, yeah, we've kind of seen him for a while. But, yeah, he Can
I say something to Bubba Chandler?
Sure.
Figure it out, bro. Like, we need to pitch.
Whoa.
Stop walking people. Like, let's locate a little bit better. You got the stuff. Now let's start to pitch. Talk to your guy, Paul Skeens, who, by the way, Paul Skeens can't beat the Cardinals. That's like a whole storyline.
Yeah.
Here.
Doesn't have a win against the Cardinals.
He's pitched well against them, but just hasn't ever won. Feather in the cap for you and your Cardinals.
Yeah, I'd say that's good managing by my manager.
You would.
Trev, could have been a ton of standouts. Cody Clemens listed. Hunter Goodman should get more love every episode. That's on me, Rockies.
Say Rockies catchers.
Rockies catchers. What a unit. Don't say unit.
Brett Sullivan.
Clay Holmes trade deadline. Let's go see who is actually in Fuego.
Dirt nasties on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
It's time for En Fuego, powered by Amazon. Just like how Amazon is there to save the day when you're in a pinch, we're talking about the guys who have been doing everything they can to save their teams this past week.
Well, Jacob.
Not my name.
For the series, Kyle Schwarber. He balls.
Yeah.
5 for 9. 2 doubles, 2 homers. During Thursday's doubleheader, Schwarber became the first player since 1940 to record 5+ hits, 3+ walks, 2+ doubles, 2+ homers, and 0 Ks in one day. That's a lot. That's an insane stat. Okay. Aaron Judge, 5 for 11, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 2 runs driven, and he's just like sneaky, having an incredible season.
Yep.
Just sneaky. Cody Clemens, 4 for 11, a double, a home run, 5 runs driven in. Former Twin, big biceps, big arms, Ty France, 4 for 11, a double, a triple, and 5 runs driven in. He had a 3-game multi-hit streak during this week. That feels good. Coming to the park, couple knocks every day. Love that. He's recorded a multi-hit game streak of 3+ games in each of the last 4 seasons, all 4 times with different teams. Okay. He just wherever you put me, I'm going to bang, essentially. And for the week, Aussie Albies, you enjoy his fish content. 13 for 27, 3 doubles, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. He also looks like my best friend, Ollie Linton.
Yes.
Who I talked with yesterday. Cole Young, nice job. You know what? We talked about the Mariners, and we didn't really even mention Cole Young because we got the big 3 there. But he's been a massive bright spot for them this season. 11 for 22 on the week, 2 doubles, a homer, 8 runs driven in. He has an RBI in 6 straight games. That's the longest active streak in all of baseball. Matt Olson, 11 for 27, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 6 runs driven in. 4th career walk-off homer, and his first since joining the Braves. That seems not right.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Go, Matt Olson, go. Bobby Witt Jr. needed it. 8 for 26, 2 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 5 runs driven in. On Tuesday, 2nd career go-ahead homer in extra innings. His first time since 2023. He was playing ball in 2023.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Go, Bobby, go. That's who's in Fuego.
Thanks to our partners at Amazon. Shop Amazon. Save on essentials. Save the everyday. Yeah, I forgot I took Burleson's stats out. He's 8 for 17 against Pittsburgh. Hitting 315 on low pitches, the best in the NL. Little lefty swing down there? Absolutely. Bobby Witt getting the power stroke going. We love that. How's that Matt Olson stat real? And Cole Young. Sheesh. Well done, Coach Trev. Now we do have to bring down the show a little bit with batters who are struggling.
Hey, man, you've been struggling lately. It's time to pick it up!
Let's get these guys off this list. The Minnesota Moose say it ain't so. Matt Wallner's in a 1 for 16 right now. Evan Carter, the kid, again, might have just ran into some Yankees pitching. Made a nice catch, though. He's in a 1 for 16. Dalen Lyle, who are you? One of the more electric players in baseball. He's got a 2 for 23 going. And Cedric, the entertainer, Mullins, 0 for 18. Guys that have been struggling for 2 weeks. Yeah. Taylor Walsh, 2 for 30. He's not out there for that, but they're going to need a little more. Bo Naylor, I think sick Chris Rose in the midweek said he was kind of out on him. He's in a 2 for 30. Trevor Story, 8 for 45. And Andy Pajes coming back down to earth a little bit, 9 for 46. That's like Trevor Story and Pajes are kind of my guys that I don't like seeing them on this list, but they're going to turn it around. That's the whole point of batters who are struggling. And they're not on this next list, which is actually the worst place you want to be. And I don't like how many names have ended up on here. The IL report brought to you by Sadness. Max Scherzer. He's got right forearm, left ankle. His father time. We'll see what's going on with Scherz. Pete Fairbanks, 2 to 3 weeks. The A's, Max Muncy, fractured left hand. Hate that for him. Kodai Senga, lumbar spine inflammation, hoping for 3 to 4 weeks.
I think it's a Phantom IL.
Oh, lumbar spine.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, we don't say that anymore. Guys
we don't?
get in trouble for that. Giancarlo Stanton with a right calf, hopefully short. Javi Baez, severe right ankle sprain. Garrett Crochet, left shoulder inflammation, some fatigue. Let's see what's next on that. Casey Mize, hoping for a short stint with the right adductor. Trevor Rogers, illness listed, so hoping for the minimum stint there. Angel Zerpa for the Brew Crew, left forearm tightness. Pat Murphy said won't be back anytime soon. Bad sign. Luis Robert Jr., Jesus, Mets. Herniated disc, 3 weeks. Brandon Williamson, left shoulder fatigue for Cincinnati. Let's start picking things up. The guy's coming. No, not yet, Trev. Not yet. Returning from the IL. Austin Hayes for those pesky White Sox. Phil Maton in that Cubs pen. Christopher Morel for Miami. I don't know. I still want to believe
love him.
I love him. He is awesome, but he hasn't been playing awesome. Kyle Freeland, Trey Savage, George Springer, Toronto. Could it be a big May in the Great North? I think so. Cody Bolton for Houston and Hunter Dobbins. He was part of that Cardinals-Boston trade flurry. He comes back and pitches for the Cardinals. Now we can start everyone's weekend with
Awards.
You go get it, Coach.
My Twins gave the Jays the business last night. I know it didn't happen yet in terms of this show.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Rob. Before that was the Bucks and Homer. I watched it this morning and I audibly made a noise. I was like, oh, fuck, Dad.
He's a freaking stud. Okay. Awards.
Awards.
I had this whole thing I was going to give to Nathan Church. My award is called "It's Good to Question Things," and I had this thought yesterday. As I was making dinner, I made a nice bolognese. My daughter loves meat sauce, so that's like one of the things I know she's going to eat. Mirepoix, all this stuff. Made the sauce myself. Bam, bam, bam. Great. While I was browning the ground beef, I made a ground beef.
Okay.
While I was browning the ground beef, I had this thought, and I said, I should Google this. But then I was like, people didn't used to just Google things. You had to like ask other people or like just trial and error or like figure it out for yourself. So I'm doing this now. I said, I'm going to give an award using this reference here. Okay. I'll ask you and then comments. You tell us what you think. When you have a spatula and you got the raw ground beef and you're browning it up. Okay. Finally, it becomes cooked. Do you change the spatula out?
Awards are so back.
Do you change the spatula? What do you do?
I'm not changing that spatch.
I change it because I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm cooking for kids.
I see it. I see what's happening. I tend to not live life that way.
And maybe like ground beef's a bad example. What if it's like cut up chicken? That's like a little bit more dangerous, I would assume. Right. So comment below if you change out your spatula or spoon, whatever you're doing. If you're cooking some raw meat and then it finally gets cooked, what do you do? I didn't want to Google it because I'm like, dude, I'd rather just ask people. And I think we need to get back to that a little bit. Okay. As we're going the exact opposite direction with AI.
We're sprinting away from it.
Here's my question to everybody. What do you think about Luis Ariz and his defense? And don't Google it. I think a lot of people be like, oh, he's not a great defender. Huh? Not a great defender. Well, I got some news for you. Right now, he's one of the best defenders in all of baseball. A great article written. It's on Fangraphs right now by Michael Rosen. Shout out. I don't want to give the whole thing away, but he talks about Luis Ariz's defense. And if you look at the standing or the leaderboards right now, outs above average, it is Luis Ariz second, behind only Pete Armstrong and Bobby Witt. He's tied with Nico Horner with 6 outs above average. You want to go to DRS because that's your jam? Fine. He's 16th in all of baseball. And a lot of those are like catchers, which they get that. But the typical guys who you would say are good defenders are all there. And then there's Luis freaking Ariz. I'm talking about Pete Armstrong, Nico Horner, guys who are continuously talked about as like premier superstar defenders. Here's Luis Ariz playing second base for the San Francisco Giants. And why do you think that is? Who's up there on the coaching staff?
Oh, you're going Ron Wash, huh?
It's Ron Washington, and it's my theory that you can get better defensively by a couple different things. Now, some of these balls, like they have in Michael Rosen's article, they have some pictures or some videos, excuse me, of like balls where he got his most like OAA on, like 0.8 OAA on this one play. It doesn't look great, but what do I always tell you? It's all about positioning, man.
Yeah.
It's all about positioning. And then what he was really talking about was first step anticipation, which is like Jamie Carroll God-like stuff. That's what you do out there. He's doing it as well. So a lot of that is just getting out there, taking ground balls to Ron Washington, having some confidence because you're putting the work in. And all of a sudden, we're seeing Ariz make some plays, man. He's made some really good plays with the infield in. like saving runs at home. Like the arm has looked pretty damn good over there when it obviously doesn't need to a lot at second base, but like when he needs to unleash it, it's going well. I don't know, man. I just saw this article. I was like, is that real? And here we are. I think it needs to get pointed out that Luis Arraez is playing defense like an elite defender now at second base, when all anyone could talk about in the off season was like, what are they doing? They can't put him out there.
Yeah.
Ron Washington took it as a challenge and said, I got you, big guy. And here we are, Luis Arraez, premier defender in baseball. You get my award.
Credit to Arraez for like believing in himself. Remember, like that was the whole thing with his free agency, was he wanted to play second base, which all of us kind of rolled our eyes at. And then, yeah, you'd love to know the line between how much of Ron Washington's gift of coaching infield defense gets credit. And like you said, and you always say, defense is like the one thing where hard work in baseball is almost guaranteed to pay off.
Yes.
Like you can rip your hands up in the cages, you could put in all the work, but if the pitcher makes that pitch, or you can lose. Defense, if you put in the work, and that's why we get frustrated with some of these guys sometimes, that I'm very interested in the follow-up on Luis Arraez. It's a
small sample.
It's a small sample. But it's like he's always had hands. Like I've seen the guy hit, that it's like there's something special in that guy's eye-hand coordination, that it's like if we can get that part down. You're not buying that?
Well, you said eye-hand coordination. I just never heard it put that way.
Oh, hand-eye?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that about?
I don't know.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
What's your award, Pop?
Incredible award. And do you let your dog on the furniture?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of the same as the spatula thing, that it's like, I know, now I'm planted that in your head.
You try not to.
Right.
You try not to.
But then you're like, that's a
It's
puppy.
like parents like, I'm never going to give my kid an iPad. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Fucking.
Till you're on that flight cross country. Trev, amazing award. I'm going to go with the Weather the Storm award. And God, I'm glad you didn't talk about Nathan Church, because I'm all cards today. They mopped the Pirates. And weathering the storm, I would say, is going back to, these Cardinals were supposed to be in like a beautiful baseball window. They're the Cardinals. They win every year. Some of the stats we went through this preseason were bizarre. Like the Cardinals basically don't lose. It's kind of nuts how good they have been as a baseball franchise, that when they had Wilson Contreras and Nolan Arenado and Goldie a couple years ago, and it was just like, oh, here comes Jordan Walker. I guess he's going to be the next Stan the Man. Wasn't working out for Jordan Walker. Kind of wasn't working out for those other guys, even though they weren't necessarily the problem. But the whole team wasn't clicking, and we were like, what are we doing? Oli Marmol, who came on the scene kind of brash, that we were wondering what to do with that. When it comes to managers that have been a hot topic this week, you need ball players. And my God, is JJ Weatherholt a ball player? So he's part of this young crop that we've been talking about a lot. And we're like, so McGonigal has won the race early. You and I have been mystified by this guy. He looks like a Hall of Fame 1980s player gets put into today's baseball. 5'9", electric defense, everything we've wanted from every baseball player McGonigal's got. Connor Griffin gets called up a little bit later, and we're like, okay, let's see this guy. 19 years old? Like, wow, that is very rare air for baseball. And Connor Griffin's gone off to a slow start. He is contributing to the team, but he's not killing it. Weatherholt, he impresses. He has that amazing opening day. He homers. Then he doesn't homer the next 15 games. The OPS gets down to 607, and that's part of the reason we're not talking about him. Well, he has a 2-homer game against Cleveland. He's now homered in 4 of his last 6. Over the past 15 games, 304, 429, 696 slugging, a 1.125 OPS. He is balling out for this team. He's got 1.5 B WAR. that highlight we saw at second base earlier, also listed as a 5'9" king. Like, I don't know. Weatherholt got lost in the mix for a little bit with some of the hubbub I just laid out. This kid's a stud, and he's a big part of the reason the St. Louis Cardinals are winning baseball games. The Cardinals, they were the team that I thought deserved the most love this episode, and I want to keep it going.
31 games, 17 walks for my guy. Only 25 strikeouts. I like that more than anything. The homers will, come and go, but if you can maintain that kind of ratio, 378 OBP for a 23-year-old in the National League Central, which I guess I don't know how many Central teams they've played. There's a lot of good pitching there, man. So I always look at that, especially with young hitters. He's been obviously a very bright spot. I like him and Mason Wynn up the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Cardinals are fascinating, man. Everybody's written them off. Everybody has. And they're still there.
It's a sneaky little catcher infield situation they've got going on between Burleson, Weatherholt, Wynn, Gorman, Herrera, and Pajes. You need players to go do it, and he just how good he has been. And I know, again, I complain about how every league gets hyped about their young guys because this guy's next, and sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. Like, dude, every time we talk Colson Montgomery, you go out of your way to we should be talking about this guy more. Like, the power numbers he's putting up as a young shortstop is impressive. I know I keep mentioning Cole Young, like. He's playing out of his dome, and we don't talk about him a lot. So baseball's healthy. I know this is more Jakey corny stuff. I loved what I saw from the crowds this week. I know I mentioned that Cincinnati Reds day game. That was lit. God damn it. Sacramento's day game yesterday looked awesome. It looked like heaven. There's dogs on the berm.
You love Sacramento. They have a berm.
They've got a berm.
Can I say something about the crowds?
Yes.
There's been some really bad images in Minnesota with some of the crowds. It's been freezing or raining. My guy, second time I'm mentioning Tom Pola on this show. Rain the entire time. He sat in his seats, which are outside, the entire game.
Matters.
And I texted him.
Matters.
I was like, dude, did I see and hear this correctly that you were out there the entire game? And he just, great answer. He's like, I wanted to be out there with the guys. I feel like owners, he goes, especially here, we've held to such a low standard of we're watching the game becomes a story. He's like, no, man. So he's saying all the right things, Tom.
Weather in the storm. All right, people. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your weekend. I hope your team wins. Let's have a great one. Christian Yelich.
Such a stud.
Hot.
Jake sucks. I go back and forth on Yelich being hot. Like, he's got the height, money. He's an MVP.
It's perfect for him.
Great jawline. Yeah, he's hot. By the way, your guy John Franklin kind of stole my thing about if the guy's hot or not.
I don't know.
Let's collab.
I think we can all talk about guys being hot.